One. And hello, everybody. Welcome back to the wonderful world of Dungeons and Dragons, where our members of the voice are deciding to troll the members of chat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't troll people.
That is a blatant lie.
100% trolling.
Brigitte is innocent of this crime.
Guess what? I don't have coins, so you don't have wares of your lies. I don't have coins, so I can't buy your lies.
You don't have to buy my lies. Those are on the house.
Well, do you feel safe with X in chat?
Hey, Steven.
You are in America. You are allowed to plead the fifth.
Steven, I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got a nice spoon here,
Well,
Steven.
you're supposed to be the adult.
I'm about to say,
I'm
Steven?
playing D&D.
See, I don't know how to tell you this, but you are an adult.
You have a child. I'm playing D&D.
Who's the real adult
You
here?
are the adult.
I tried canceling my subscription to adulthood, but they told me even though I had the receipt that it was too damaged already, so I couldn't.
Oof, I feel bad. Did you just say word?
Flash to daytime on my screen. Holy shit.
I advanced it from night to day because we are now starting our session after you guys getting a long rest on your first day of travels.
Don't forget what pet grandma wants. I'm just saying.
What?
Well, you gotta look for that pet there, madame.
I know, but I told you, so you have it just in case.
That was a week ago. You think I remember that shit?
Yes, because I put it in the chat.
I mean, I can look it up in the chat, but you think I'm pulling
recent chat in Lost Mine.
I'm pulling up the chat. I'm just saying, are you expecting me to remember that?
Yeah, Ellie,
yes. Were you not prepared
remember
for today?
everything?
I elect to not.
Remember every single time that you ask me a question and I have never once had to take like 10 minutes to look up the answer because I forgot it? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember how every dungeon master immediately gains perfect knowledge of everything immediately upon becoming a dungeon master?
I'm excited for that.
Totally.
I'm excited for that skill
It's the best perk of the job. I now have precognizance. I can see into the many futures of my life. All of them are kind of shit, I'm not gonna lie.
Let me just pull up the 17 hollow monitors in front of me and just watch all the timelines.
Get on top
Open
of
up
it.
your third eye.
If you need to clone yourself, go ahead and do so. Get it over.
You're gonna do
Yeah,
it eventually anyways. Might as well do it now. Come on.
Wait, you think I haven't? You think I haven't been trying?
Yeah, I know it's harder with your hardware considering it's a quantum processing unit and everything. I know you're made of pretty high quality parts, Ellie. I'm just made out of flesh and meat, and that's real easy to clone.
Also, did y'all know we have something like this? There's a soundboard in Discord itself now.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
know
soundboard
that.
in Discord now?
Yeah.
Yes. And if you are not careful with it, it will be disabled. I do have that power.
I didn't know that I could make a soundboard in Discord.
Yeah. You can have a field day with that in another time.
Yes.
Guys, I know what I'm gonna do this weekend.
There you go.
I'm gonna make a full soundboard for the Star Wars campaign. I'm ready.
There you go. All right. So, Reelin is back into D&D here. The party has just awoken after a long night rest with no encounters raining themselves through the night.
Who took the last watch again? It wasn't me, was it?
No, you and I took the first watch.
Grandma.
Okay, I took the first watch with the little kid. Okay.
I'm not a little kid. I don't know why you keep calling me that.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
And what species are you again?
Dala. An elf.
A breed of elf.
I'm pretty sure elves are not physically adults until like 40 or 50. I'm pretty sure.
You're not wrong.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, whenever you're ready, I got breakfast. It's cooking up on the
Ooh,
fire.
breakfast.
So just grab what you want. And
And
like grandma's like taking apples, and she has like a little vial, like one of those like little itty bitty vials of like cinnamon. So she put them on some apples that she got in town, and like just little stuff, nothing crazy. Using the rations, but trying to make it decent.
I reach into my backpack and I pull out a small metal box. And I open the box and inside is cream cheese.
Oh,
I reach in and I reach into another pouch in my back box and I pull out another tin. This one has kind of these crackers in it. And I pull the crackers out, I put some cream cheese on one of them, and I hand one to each of you as part of the breakfast.
I'm gonna go into my pack and pull out some jerky and throw it at my hawk.
Grandma's gonna take some of the apples and put it on the cream cheese on the cracker, and then
Ooh, that sounds really good now.
yeah, cinnamon apples with cream cheese.
I'm gonna like motion and like take a couple of those pieces of apples, stick them on, and make a sandwich. Like, we just share our rations for breakfast. Because each of us has our things that we bring with us, but the real test is what kind of goodness we can make with everything.
When you put your powers combined and make Captain Breakfast.
Plus, you have a southern grandma who can literally turn most things into edible.
I'm just sitting there chewing on my rabbit jerky and occasionally feeding it to the bird.
I also imagine that Essence has probably went out and like found a couple like eggs or something that she's brought back and is going to cook up too.
Like little robin eggs or
yeah, she found some robin eggs and we get like a flat stone and we grill up some of the jerky and some of that, and we go for it.
Why can all I think of now as soon as you say that is the Shrek movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, grandma's gonna go find
Am I wrong?
and blow it up like a balloon.
Someone find me a spider web and like get a whole bunch of flies on it so it's nice and crunchy.
See, spiders is where grandma probably. I don't mind co-living with them, but like eating them.
I'd roast them up and eat them definitely. I have roasted up and eaten spiders before. They're crunchy and taste kind of like nuts.
I've never done spiders. I've eaten ants and grasshoppers, though.
Yeah.
I prefer grasshoppers over ants. They have a better texture and flavor. Ants don't really have anything. They're too small.
Yeah, if you grind them up, they make for like a really good like flour replacement.
Ooh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, they don't have the same stickiness, but they work as a filler for a flour. So
makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways, we're all kind of like getting ready for the morning. I have worn my plate armor the entire time. The only thing that I do not take off, no matter what, is my helmet. But I did take off my chest plate when I went to bed. I still had my gauntlets on, but I took off my chest plate, so at the very least I could still sleep.
Grandma is doing her tail stretches because a nice limber tail always comes in handy.
X, remind me what your character's name is.
Me?
Yeah.
Goblin Slayer.
I haven't told anyone my name. I just
what you're going by, Slayer, right?
Everyone just calls me Slayer, yeah.
Slayer? Can you help me put my, do up my chainmail in the back? I can't reach it very well.
Sure, and I kind of like go behind and I'm gonna put it on, but I'm a master at using this armor, so I actually am gonna give you a couple tips, and like I pull one strap a little bit tighter and put another one a little bit looser and kind of like rearrange your thing a little bit, and it feels really comfortable on you.
Thank you. I don't think the madam was very good at, or knew a lot about putting it on. It kind of like wasn't comfortable yesterday.
Yeah, and now like hold your arms up, and like as you lift your arms, you can actually lift your arms like to where you can almost put them up into the sky. Like even with the heavy pauldrons and stuff, as I've kind of loosened up certain areas to give you more limber. That's just something I learned about. When I was making this suit, I learned a couple things about the connections and these areas. So if you loosen it up a little bit around here and here, you can kind of get a little more movement out of it. It's a lot more comfortable.
I can put on my shield and my sword easier now. Oh, I
Yeah.
can probably grab my sword easier now too. And she's gonna take time to strap on her sword and her shield. And it's a little clumsy just because of how big these items are, but like she gets them on all right. She's carrying them fine.
I like to imagine your armor is like 3 sizes too big, but I just made it so it works on you now.
Yeah.
You'll grow into it. Don't worry about it. Maybe
it
get
was
some
my
gamberson padding for underneath at some point. That would help a little bit for you to fill it out for the next 10 years or so.
I hope I grow into it. It was my papa's when he was at war.
That's adorable. That's simply adorable. How is it still this small?
My papa isn't very big.
Hallie.
Elves, right.
Yes.
Could we say that these trees are pine trees?
Sure.
Can we
Okay.
gather pine nuts?
Well, yeah, Grandma's gonna go because pine cones at the early stages are still edible, so she's gonna go through and try and collect as much as she can.
Would
do I need to
anyone
roll
like
for that?
some pine?
That would be a nature or survival check.
Would anyone like some pine tea?
Ooh, I do like. I really like nettle tea. I imagine it would be pretty good, like pretty similar to pine tea. How do you make the pine tea?
Hallie, can I collect some of the pine needles and just boil them with some water on the fire? I have a pot.
Sure.
I imagine every adventurer of this day and age would have what they need to make coffee.
Yeah,
Like,
and I have an
Hallie.
actual iron pot too. It's part of my set for some reason.
I've got a mess kit. I would imagine a coffee pot would be, or a kettle would be a part of a mess kit.
But yeah, I'll make up some tea using the pine needles and pass that around. I did make we'll wash them out quickly first before I set them in the boiling water, just to make sure like there's no bugs stuck in the needles. Fun fact: you can actually drink pine needle tea. It's got kind of a citrusy flavor.
And the little buds, the pine buds, are the best for it. If you're not allergic, again. Which unfortunately I am. I'm not like deathly allergic, but it's definitely enough to make it so I don't drink it. It's not good enough to get the treatment I give to peanut butter when I was a little allergic to peanut butter for a while.
Hallie, I got a 14.
It's alright, just had a sneeze. 14, you find about, I'd say, half a ration's worth.
Oh. So we're gonna continue on our path, I guess, at this point, because we know where we're going, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. Goblin Slayer still doesn't know where we're going, really. He just knows that he doesn't do ghosts and that there's gonna be a fight somewhere, and he already had a fight, so he's having fun. He got to kill some hobgoblins.
Grandma's going to keep an eye out.
Yes, if I remember correctly, you guys were going to Canaberry, correct?
I think so, yeah. We're looking at, we wanted to go the direction that the ghost was, but I'm not going into the ghost building. That's going to be these guys.
Okay, then yes, that you are in the direction of Canaberry.
Yes.
Alright, so what is the order in which you guys are traveling in?
I would assume Grandma's in front again unless somebody else wanted to be in front.
Goblin Slayer's taking Goblin Slayer's gonna take the rear again, because every time he takes the rear, things go smoother.
That's what he said.
Just the fuck up.
Belladonna's
Sorry, I had
probably
to.
gonna walk where she was walking last time, which is right by Slayer.
Really,
Like
I
right
need
in
a
front of
boss.
Slayer.
I love you, X.
I love you too.
And then these two will just throw into the mix because they're cardboard right now.
And Hallie, can I send my hawk to kind of scout out front and
Sure,
Yeah.
you can. In the
like come back to
right-
me as a early warning system?
yeah, I would say at this point for any perception checks you need to make, you can roll with advantage.
Well,
Why does your mini have on this instead of like a suit of armor? I thought she was wearing a suit of armor. Come on.
because this was pretty.
That's fair.
It's the chainmail bikini.
I would like to mention that my character's armor, like my character model, is one we just pulled as a knight.
Yes, that is.
Okay, him.
That
I
is just
built
a-
my character model and it was pretty.
Maybe I'll make one for him.
I mean, I told you to go about and make one.
I'm gonna make one for him eventually. I'll make one after the session. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to be taking another day's travel on the way to Conberry, where I need to go about and roll a dice.
And Grandma is keeping eyes out. I just want to make sure that I am saying Grandma is looking out. How big is that dice? Holy
Hey.
crap.
I mean, it's a normal sized dice, just landing on wood, which I'm actually getting out my dice tray for it. Because I did not anticipate actually rolling dice today.
What do you mean you didn't anticipate us rolling?
Well,
dice today?
I didn't anticipate myself rolling physical dice.
Oh.
I was
Did you
expecting
usually
these-
use your actual dice?
Depending on the day.
By the
But,
way, Ed, every time I see your profile picture, I think of King Julian.
I mean, that profile picture is just me having an existential crisis. So
You feel like
Kowalski,
an
status
existential
report.
crisis.
I am currently in existential crisis. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's-
Falsely analyzed.
We're gonna just move you guys down the generic strip here a little bit. Don't mind the horses or the dead goblins. They're not real.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen a horse or a dead goblin this entire time.
Exactly.
How do I follow a character again? 1 second.
Following the leader, the leader.
Whatever. Anyways, continue.
Well, I've got some things I need to do.
Oh no.
Oh dear
Uh,
God.
I
The-
don't
the
want
dice-
another session of just so fight on the road because somebody redeemed it.
Well, actually, to be fair, this one was the dice roll.
Kelly, please don't. Usually these things have a cooldown in D&D for a reason.
I did. To be fair, it does not specify one. You know what? I will save it for another day. How is
It's
that?
usually a week cooldown. But the rule of thumb is a week. The rule of thumb is a week.
I will store this encounter in my back pocket. How's that
Okay.
sound?
2 weeks,
Thank you.
actually.
That would be great. Thank you. Thank you.
I rolled a d20 and got a 17, which is the minimum to roll an encounter.
Ugh.
But I will store that in my back pocket.
Sorry for ganging up on you there, but it wasn't important.
All right, so we're just gonna have you guys just mosey on down to the end of the path here. This is gonna be your guys' day travel. So warning, smoke bomb incoming.
Ah, I'm blinded. I'm in the other direction this time.
That's a smoke bomb and not a flashbang.
Smoke out. He cast darkness on me. Oh no.
Gosh.
Adam?
And you guys, at this point, you guys are just gonna set up camp again, because it's that time.
It's about that time.
We're just gonna get y'all.
It's about damn time.
Do we
I was
want
trying
to
to
pull
find a
the same
different
watch that we took last night?
We can do
I
that,
mean-
or we can switch up. Either way, honey, I don't mind.
I liked the watch we had last night. That was pretty great.
Alrighty, well, Grandma goes back up into a tree, ties herself to a tree, and pulls out runaway hearts and escape breeding.
Bella sits at the fire and Sasha, you want to play a game with me and my hawk?
X.
X.
What?
Do you want to
Sorry,
play a game with me and my hawk?
I thought you said Sasha, so I was.
I heard this. I heard the same thing, and I just wasn't going to say anything.
I was very confused. I was like, wait, is there hawk named Sasha? Why is she talking to her? Like, what's going on here?
Sasha,
Dog-
you want to play a game with me and my mom?
Doggo-
Oh,
Doggo is vocal about Sasha.
Roxy, enough!
Hold on, I got a phone call.
Doggo has some words for Sasha.
Jedi, shake it for Bobby.
That wasn't even Jedi.
That wasn't Jedi.
Oh, my bad.
That was my dog, Roxy.
Your dog's named Roxy? Our dog's named Roxy.
Yeah. So we got her and her brother when they were a year old. Her brother's name was Rondo. Rondo and Roxy. No idea what their names are from. They were a year. They were too old to rename them.
Ours is a dachshund that we had a whole bunch of rain a few years ago, and as a couple-week-old puppy, washed up on one of my dad's friends' porches. Ooh, Grandpa's desk about to fall apart.
Also, can I say Steven's comment in chat is very funny.
Yeah, I read
What did
that.
Steven say?
Hearing Roxy bark IRL, then a few seconds later is surreal.
Roxy is a Rottweiler Shepherd, so she's got a big bark.
Speaking about
So-
Roxy barking, our Roxy is barking.
I
But
just
the
leaned too
cats
far
are
back
out.
in my computer chair and I thought it was gonna fall.
I hate when that happens. It never falls, but it always feels like you're about to.
Yeah, I forgot how far back this chair will lean because I don't lean.
Lean with it, Roxy.
Oh no, that's terrifying. I don't like going back over my head. I've had too many concussions to make that comfortable.
At this point, Grandma's gone to sleep, and I am going to go feed my cats real fast.
I'm gonna play. Bella is going to be playing catch with her hawk, just throwing stones and sticks and seeing if the hawk can catch it midair.
Alrighty.
Kind of keeping like 50% of her attention on the area around her.
That's fair. And if you want, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, because you've got your hawk with you. And we'll see if you see anything during your watch.
Oh, I'm good for this. 22.
All right, with a 22, with the combined efforts of you and your hawk, you do notice a handful of wolves lurking in the area, but seeming to be paying you guys no mind.
A handful of what lurking in the area?
Wolves.
Wolves, okay.
Which would have been the encounter that I pocketed. And then we'll give X another minute to return from his phone call to see if there's anything he wishes to do during his watch. And then second watch is likely going to be Essence and Nessa, who are both cardboard.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Would you like?
I had to take a break for a phone call that I had to take.
It's all good. Bella and her hawk have noticed some wolves lurking in the area, but that's about it. Is there anything you wish to do on your watch?
I'm going to continue disassembling. Did I get all of the armor disassembled or not?
I would assume so, because you and I both worked on it last week.
Yeah, we worked together, I know.
I'd say it is.
Okay, so I have it all disassembled. I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep it organized in my pack then.
Do you want to play
sword.
fetch with me and my
Did I
hawk?
steal any of their sold? Oh wait, you're playing fetch? I'll play fetch.
I am back with ice cream.
Welcome back.
We could
So-
play a game where I throw like an acorn in the air and your hawk catches it and brings it back to you.
Yeah, pretty much. So we'll throw stuff back and forth and see if the hawk can catch it.
Okay. Do you want? Should this be like an athletics check, Hallie?
I'm gonna say I'm trying to remember what the stats for the Hawks are, because again, in my premonitions, can't seem to remember what the Hawk stat line is.
What stats are you looking for? I've got it up.
Pretty cognizant sometimes takes a minute to kick in. Don't worry, Hallie, you got it. The playing 5-dimensional chess with 3 dimensions, 3 temporal dimensions. That comes later. That comes later.
What
True.
type of,
Okay. You're going to make a performance check with your hawk using its charisma stat.
Oh, cool.
Because
I am?
You're gonna roll for it, Val, because it's your pet, but you're using its charisma stat.
Helly, I'm going to throw an acorn as far into the sky as I can.
Right.
I'm going to keep throwing
Oh, that's
acorn
good.
as high up as I can for the hawk to try and get.
15. Can't get too much better than that.
Is that with the hawk's modifier as well?
Yep, that's why I can't get too much better than a 15.
Hey, Helly.
Yeah.
Yes,
X.
I got a nat 20, so I throw this acorn, and I wait for it to come back down, and it never comes back down.
I wasn't gonna have you roll for anything, but that acorn is gone.
I just threw fucking acorn into low orbit, and as it kind of disappears into the night, I go, that was probably a bad idea, huh?
Hey, 3 days later, it's gonna bonk somebody in the head.
It's a goblin about a mile away if one shots him.
Any case, with the 15, your hawk does go about and plays fetch fairly effectively. It misses, maybe 1 or 2 throws throughout the night, but for the most part,
I accidentally overdo it.
but for the most part, it plays fetch fairly well.
And Grandma's just snoring in the tree. By the way.
Probably name.
But all in all,
It does not currently have a name.
After fetch, I kind of just stand as a silent sentinel with my sword just down on in a stump and just looking around. And I'm gonna keep an eye out, a real close eye with her.
Well, again, Valk has already rolled perception for the watch.
Okay.
That's how you guys learned that there are wolves in the area.
I'm just gonna keep my head turned towards where the wolves are. Just always ready.
I 100% feel like Grandma has that weird old person snore.
Uh-huh.
God.
In modern day, she would totally have the nose tube thing.
Yeah. I get to see a lot of old people as they're waking up, and I can confirm to you that yes, that old people have a very weird snore.
I used to work at a retirement home. They
I feel like going to Vietnam changes how they snore too. Because the vets snore different from the rest of them.
I don't even think it's going to Vietnam. I feel like it's just being in bed that will do that.
Grandma is 78 years old. She's gonna have some weird kinks of like weird noises she make in her sleep. She's totally gonna just pass gas randomly on this adventure in the brush. She's not even gonna hide it at this point because she's just that old.
Just...
Yeah, and she's just gonna be unfazed.
Well, in any case, it is time to go about and wake up the cardboard.
I will go wake up the cardboard.
We have one that's
I just
not
walk
cardboard.
over, I pick up the cardboard cutout of them and like just set them up to look like they're keeping watch and be like, yeah, that's good enough, and then go to bed.
Grandma wakes up like an hour later and like, wait, why did no one wake me up?
Well, I woke up Grandma too. It was cardboard and Grandma, right?
No, the card it's a 3-shift watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was
So-
a 2 shift.
I thought it was 2.
It's typically a 3-shift.
3-shift
wait,
is
Grandma's
easier
still
on the
sleeping.
body.
Then I'm still awake then, because I only need 4 hours of sleep.
I set up the cardboard and be like, you two gonna be good while I go to bed?
I'll send my hawk after you to wake you up if we're not.
Sounds great. I'm gonna take this chest plate off, and I reach up to the shoulder, and I unhook the two. I kind of unhook my 2 shoulder plates, and then I unhook this big neck guard that I have on, and then I slowly pull apart what looks to be like leather straps that have been woven in between the 2 plates that are keeping it together real tight. And I just pull the chest plate off and go, oh, that's better. And underneath I am wearing chainmail, and underneath that I'm wearing gambeson. I take the chainmail off, I leave the gambeson on because it's nice and comfy, and I just lay down on my backpack with my armor right next to me.
And congratulations, you have left the child alone with the 2 cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, the cardboard cutouts are my friends. I know that they're gonna keep an eye on this little girl. I'm not worried. Plus, I'm right here. If something goes wrong, I'm right here. Also, by the way, I have been considering getting a weapon that is better than my longsword. So stay tuned.
Next time on.
I have an idea.
Okay, so at this point, you can go about and roll another perception check for this set of the watch there, Valk, and then we will mosey on to the last watch.
You want another perception check?
Might as well. We'll see if you see anything new.
Probably not, because that's a 9.
Hey, your hawk's taking a nap.
And the wolves are still about, you know?
Yeah, you just notice that your hawk is just taking a nap on a tree branch. It's clocked out for the day.
I'm not
The hawk
concerned.
be laying on Grandma because Grandma's up in the tree, and Grandma's just like petting it lovingly.
Grandma is tied to a tree limb, hanging from the rope, just like.
Why do I feel like my pet is gonna become the party pet?
I mean,
Because it probably is.
party pet.
Until the party finds their own pets.
Which X you need to tell me what I'm looking for, by the way.
I need to what?
I'll hang on. I'm gonna DM you. This peach ice cream is really good. Highly suggest.
It's good ice cream.
A big fan of peach.
I really like a good fruity sherbet.
Texture's off for me. I'm enjoying a pistachio loaf.
Ooh.
And I got some whoopie pies.
Alright. So, at this point, another few hours have passed, and it is time for the last watch.
I'm gonna go wake up Grandma, and then take the time to take off my armor.
Huh? Oh, hi, honey. And it's the total, like, when you wake your mom up from a dead sleep and she, like, freaks out. That's how Grandma wakes up.
Wait,
Time for your
the
watch,
first thing you
madam.
do when you wake up is draw your knife and sit up with your knife in one hand and the scabbard in the other, like, huh? What?
Yeah, totally, like, I don't know. But, like, for me, like, anytime I woke up my mom, huh? And, like, full panic mode. That's how Grandma wakes up, even though she knows everything's fine. That's just
That sounds about
trauma.
It's time for your watch, ma'am.
Oh, honey, you call me Grandma. Alrighty. And Grandma starts to untie things, and she, like, leans over the branch, like, when you hang off your bed to kind of stretch before she finally climbs down. And she walks over to the fire, and...
Bella's gonna take her hawk from you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Grandma just walking... Oh, here, honey. I don't know how I got that. And then Grandma's just gonna go by the fire and read her book and keep an eye out.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna work on taking off all my armor and then go roll up in my bedroll under a tree.
And what do I roll?
If you're wanting to look for the capybara, I need you first to make a... Give me 1 second, because I gotta reread this.
I was talking about the perception, which I assume I need to roll
I thought you were wanting to look for an animal.
I mean,
But no.
that would be cool too, but it does say it's around, like, water type stuff.
It's
so I would...
also in forests.
Oh, okay. I'll roll both, okay? We'll go perception first.
Yes, so roll perception. You do not get advantage because you do not have a hawk companion.
It's just a 6.
You're too distracted with your book.
It's getting really raunchy. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's the beach scene. I remember the beach scene.
No, it's the
when
train.
they're in the volcanic sand on the beach of this great volcanic caldera. You remember that, right? It's great.
No, this is when they're breaking into the train and they're about to beat up the conductor. Because this is Runaway Heart.
Oh, you're reading Runaway Heart now. I thought you were reading Tusk Love.
No. I'm still reading Runaway Heart. We've been busy. Grandma hasn't been able to, like, fully get into that yet.
Please make me a survival check when you have the moment.
That's a 7.
You do not see any animals in the area.
Okay.
There were not even any wolves in the area recently either.
Not as far as she noticed.
And they all ran away from Grandma snoring.
Keeps us safe.
Alrighty. So,
Towards
Candy
the end of
spend.
her shift, we'll start making breakfast again.
As
Alright.
soon as the sun comes over, like peeks out through the trees, like the instant that any amount of sunlight hits, the knight just immediately like sits up, kind of like stretches a little bit, and then starts putting on his armor.
Flashbang incoming.
Flashbang incoming. No flashbang yet.
Hey, I didn't go full brightness. But here, we'll flashbang a little bit more.
Now, honey, it must not be comfortable sleeping with your helmet on. If you want your face covered, I think I got a mask. I don't think you want to have my other britches over your face, but I think I got a mask or like a extra bag or something. It may be more comfortable.
I just stare at you silently as you say this.
And Grandma's digging through her bag. She's not looking. Well, honey, what do you want? Like I said, I don't think you want my bloomers, but like, do you want a bag or a mask or? Ooh, you want more candy? And Grandma just holds it up and still is looking in her bag.
I look at what kind of candy is this? Are these the strawberry candies that my grandma used to have at this point? Like, because there's Werther's Originals, there's those really chewy strawberry candies that will pull fillings out of your teeth.
Pretty sure that's the only type of strawberry candy or strawberry flavored anything I've ever willingly ate.
Yeah, I take 2 of those and I like hand one to. I like go over and wake up the kid.
Oh, found it. Hold up.
I just like gently poke you. Like I think it's gentle, but it's not. It kind of hurts as I poke you in the arm.
And as soon as he pokes me, I'm gonna grab his wrist.
I got you candy.
Look, Candy! Do you mind helping me with my straps again?
Sure, I'll show you which ones to untie.
Awesome.
At this point, Grandma is still digging through her purse for something to put on my head.
And we're
At this point, she's found like an old, like, think of like a flour sack or what kind of sack that would be made out of. She finds one of those because, of course, Grandma just has random crap in her bag like that. And she's like, well, honey, do you want this? Like, we could cut eye holes out in it, or if you don't,
I just look at you for another few seconds, and then
comfortable.
I just kind of shake my head and I go, I made this helmet for my head.
Yes, but it's still made out of metal, honey.
There's leather underneath and padding. At this point, I do take off my helmet and I show it to her. The inside of the helmet is, oh, by the way, my face, like, I have like super thin kind of sharp features with just kind of these, with very small eyes. I've got hair that is kind of salt and pepper throughout it, and one of my ears is missing on the left-hand side.
Oh, honey, stay right there.
I've got a
Grandma...
really nasty scar all across the left side of my face, and there's what looks to be a series of letters creeping up from the collar of his neck.
Grandma goes, oh, honey, wait, right 1 second, and she reaches in to her bag for the little bottle of coal and charcoal that she got earlier, and one of her pieces of paper in her bag, and goes in and tries to kind of like smudge draw your face, but it ends up being really bad. Like, you can tell like the main features of your face, so like somebody looked at it and they've seen you before, they probably know, but like it's an awful drawing. Okay, and Grandma wipes her hand on her dress and goes, adding it to the scrapbook, and then puts it into the scrapbook.
All right. But as you can see, and like as you look into the helmet, he's actually still wearing, like, currently over his head, and as he pulls off the helmet, it comes with it. There's like this padded coif with another layer of chainmail around the outside of it, but the inside is like really soft cotton that is layers and layers and layers of soft cotton wool.
Does that not get hot, honey?
I mean, I've worn it a lot. I'm pretty used to it.
Alrighty.
I wear it all the time.
Okay, if you're comfortable, that's fine. But just so you know, and she holds up the bag again. If you want to take your helmet off and you don't feel comfortable with us seeing your face, I got it, honey. So you are
Just,
very
like,
handsome
and
young
just
man.
he squints at you for a minute, not sure if you're serious or not, and just goes, "Uh-huh. I'll just stick with my helmet." As he puts the helmet back on his face
All
Hey,
right.
and straps it back down. There's a buckle around his neck and a buckle under his chin.
hey,
That is
Ek,
the-
do you want to do me a favor and roll a survival check?
Oh, no.
What do you mean roll a survival check?
Just roll a survival check.
I'm
Can
less-
Grandma help because she's also awake?
No, this is X alone.
Gotta find my survival again. This is where my omniscience really shows, because I totally remember this saving throw, and I don't have a million other characters in my head right now. And I totally didn't forget to pull it up before we started this goddamn game.
Again, you got the 17 timelines in front of you.
Survival. Okay, that's a 14.
Okay. Unfortunately, nothing happens with a 14.
What are you having me roll? I'm curious.
I am fulfilling a request that you wished to have last week, sir.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I like it. Okay, I understand now.
Was it last
Hey,
week
I
or
was
2 weeks ago?
confused.
Or
I
2
was
weeks
worried that
ago.
I was worried that I was going to have to take, like, exhaustion from wearing my armor in the hot sun
No.
or something.
I thought you were gonna get attacked or something.
Like,
No,
I
I was
eating something, or I was like noticing some sort of poisonous berry or something. I don't know.
I mean, it was definitely a check to notice something, but not what you were thinking.
Well, whatever I noticed, I didn't notice anything, and I don't even remember
Yep.
what it was, because I am so galaxy brain I can erase memories from history.
Yeah, sorry, this was 2 weeks ago. You've slept since then?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. None of this happened. Anyways, not only have I slept, I helped build characters since then.
True.
Characters, with a brand new system.
You built a new campaign since then.
Yes. So,
Please
to
help
be
build
fair,
two.
I earned the right.
Oh, I'm not arguing with you.
I'm trying to let the chat know. Because I know if Red was lurking in chat, he would call me out.
You think Red shows up in my chats?
Occasionally. I've seen him in your chat. Like,
So-
twice now.
Any case, it is breakfast time all around the campfire.
Grandma is roasting up a fourth, which is half of the half that she found, to mix it in with some other stuff. The pine cones, and like roasting them and get them all nice and yummy.
I'm
And then some other stuff in her bag. But
I'm
I'd
just
also
gonna reach
like,
in. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I thought you were done.
It's okay. Go.
So I reach into my bag and I pull out a bundle of what looks like linen wrapped around something. Inside is wax butcher paper, and under the inside of that is a thick slab of salt pork, which is pork belly that's been salted and smoked a little bit so it's cured. And I take out a really sharp knife, and I just cut thin slices and stick them on a rock on the edge of the fire and cook you guys a bunch of bacon for breakfast. It's way saltier than modern bacon, but it's also still very good.
I mean, it has to be salted to survive survive
Yeah,
travel.
Exactly. And I literally, as I do this, I reach into my bag, I pull out some more salt, I rub the salt into the meat that I've cut off again, and I rewrap it up again. So it's like still like there's a crust of salt on that I scrape off and I cut through, and then I cook up some bacon for y'all.
Salted meat is great for soup bases too, which would have been a common ration.
It's salt pork. I don't have any eggs though. That's if Helly, can I look to see if there's any eggs?
Yeah, Grandma
I
also
mean,
wants to look around for some other.
I mean, depending on what section of the world this is supposed to be, there's probably wild chickens or something, right?
Or I mean,
I mean, you guys are about a half day's trip from Conneberry and the edge of a forest. So you may
There's gotta be a wild chicken or two.
you may be able to find some eggs. Let's roll survival.
And Grandma's gonna roll too, but she's looking for like maybe small animals.
Okay,
she
that's
could
not bad.
cook
That's
up
a
or whatnot.
19. I'm looking for eggs. I got a 19.
All right, you find a ration's worth of eggs.
Cool. I also cook up the eggs and share them with everyone. We're all like pooling our rations together, so we only each spend one ration, but we all get a taste of everything.
Grandma's looking for like small animals so she can go ahead and cook up so that it's like okay later on, or even like fruits or like berries or wild vegetables, those kind of things. And Grandma got a 14.
With a 14, you find some squirrels, some rabbits.
Ooh, food. Tasty.
You find a little bit of some 2 or 3 small creatures.
And no veggies or fruits.
Nope, no veggies or fruits. You just
Oh, we gotta be worried about this scurvy, but you know it's.
You're giving me fruity candy. You're telling me there's no vitamin C candies in there. Do you have any of those orange like gummy ropes that are really really tough, but like for some reason grandma always has them because they got like vitamin C or something in them?
No.
the fuck's a vitamin C?
You don't know what a vitamin C is, but that's why my grandma has them.
So what
Also,
happens
hi
is-
Soul.
Hi,
Hi,
Soul.
Hi guys, I'm gonna be eating, so I'm gonna be muted for a moment.
Okay.
All good.
Don't worry, I'll get pizza at a certain point.
I have to put my ice cream up in a minute. But so what happens is up at the dojo, what we do is we go and collect things, and so like some of the wild strawberries up there and everything, they aren't as like sweet and whatnot, and so I don't know how much like actual nutrition they give, especially then we drown them in sugar from our sugar cane that we have. So I
Ma'am,
don't know
your
how-
your dojo's on top of a fucking mountain.
There ain't no sugar cane out there. Don't lie to me.
Grandma
Those
has a
sugar beets.
garden.
Those are sugar beets. Thank you very much.
Okay, sugar beets, whatnot. But so I don't know how healthy they actually are. They're just something that if you need a little boost, or
They're called stage 2.
what?
Stage 2 diabetes.
Oh, possibly. But you know, actually that's kind of where I was going. I had a student many years ago that if she didn't have enough sugar, then she got really sick. And so we started keeping them on hand to make sure that her or any other person we come across we could help them in that kind of situation. You know?
I can understand that.
So they're not the best for you, but if you need a little boost of energy, whatnot, that helps.
I like this candy. It's very sweet.
Oh, thank you, honey. You know what makes it even sweeter? And she comes over to you and kind of gives you like a light grandma hug because she doesn't know what your boundaries are with hugs, so she's not giving you a full-on grandma hug. You just kind of like, it's
I
love.
let it happen, but I seem very confused by the gesture.
And she's like, it's love. Every batch is made with love. That's my secret. And then walks back around and sits down.
Oh.
After she's handed you some more.
Hey.
And it isn't the creepy love. It's like sweet
No, it's
grandma
not like
love.
creepy. It's just
Yeah.
he just kind of like is like.
He's not used to
processes
it.
for a couple minutes. He like processes it for a couple minutes and then just goes, "All right then," and like starts to like walk in the direction that we're going now.
Also, DSA, if you're gonna keep handing out candy to people, we're eventually gonna need to make that a limited resource in your purse.
I know, but it's so fun. Just be
It
like,
will
"Here,
be-
keep candy."
Yes, but eventually you need to go about and, figure out when you can and can't use candy.
But I'm really only
So-
given like 10 pieces.
Hey, you know what? Roll 2 d20s, and that's how much candy you have.
Left?
That's how much you have left.
Okay, so 17 plus 12. That
39.
cool.
No, 29.
Bummer.
Yeah,
Okay.
29.
Okay.
And hey, look, the other cardboard has come to life.
Hey, all the cardboard is back.
They just missed a day of travel. It's fine.
No,
They got posed up against the campfire looking real cool.
Yeah, I posed you real cool.
All I
Made
did
sure
was look
you
at
were
my
rocking
rocks.
Everything before I left you with the child. You remember the child, right?
The child.
The child. You remember the child.
Whenever we get back on the road, as long as nobody else wants to be in front, Grandma will be in front again. Keep an eye out. But I gotta go put my ice cream up before it melts.
Go put your ice cream up.
Go, go,
Hey,
go.
Essence, when you get a moment, I need you to make me a nature check.
I'm trying to find the sickest pauldrons on this website.
Well, that's like one of the worst things you could ask me to roll for.
Well, unfortunately, that's the way it is.
I got a 7.
Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Well, that is unfortunate. Nothing happens, but that is unfortunate.
Okay.
All right. Also, Daily, we have not heard you yet. If you are speaking,
Speak, child. Well, she's dead.
Pwah, pwah, pwah. All right.
That sounds
Voice
real
meter.
pretty, honey.
Fucking voice.
Hey, we hear you now.
Anyway, so I do want to apologize. I had a very important errand to run, but now after almost 2.5 years, I have a doctor's appointment again. So
Yay.
it's time. It's time to replace the glasses.
All right. It's all
You
good.
guys wanted that.
And
So-
this will cost you 1 million gold.
Yeah,
cost
my
you
new
1
boss
million-
will, probably.
It will cost you $1 million.
1 million.
1 million Darush?
$1 million.
Bananas!
Oh my god, I just.
Question: how does that translate into credits?
Not enough.
Never enough.
Never enough.
So, what would our two no longer cardboard players like to do now that they have awoken from the second day of travel and are having breakfast?
I made bacon, by the way. Well, technically it's salt pork, but it's also bacon.
And
It's
Grandma,
salty
I think I
bacon.
love
Some of the bacon.
Squirrels and
I would like
rabbits.
to have some of the bacon. I will eat the bacon. Please let me eat the bacon.
I mean, it's delicious. It's delicious bacon. It's right there. Have it.
I will partake in the food.
Taking time away from your rocks to get food.
Food.
Where are the sleeves of this
Hey,
armor?
Helly, can I make a roll to see if I'm able to get any hides off of the rabbit and squirrel I found?
Make a survival check.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad. 18?
Hey, you get 2 pelts.
Cool.
And those pelts will probably go for 10 copper. A piece.
I could also use them to make gloves.
Sorry, I was in
All
the
right.
middle of chewing. Yeah, Grandma wants to use them to make scarves or gloves or like a little purse, like a little bag for somebody if they need to put more rocks in it, those kind of things. But she isn't
Fair
turning it
enough.
into anything right now.
Fair enough, but I felt as I should at least give you some form of value for those pelts.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so I mean, didn't you guys get like 30 pelts that you sold for 10 copper each out of the red red bands?
Yeah.
Never mind, I forgot how much pelts have historically been valued at here.
Let me double check real quick just to make sure I'm giving you guys the right amount here, but I was fairly certain.
Right amount here, hey.
And let me double check here.
They were beaver pelts, and they were 30 of them for 60 gold.
Yeah, okay, so the beaver pelts were 2 gold apiece, so these will probably be 8 gold apiece. Just because, you know, not a lot of beavers in the area.
Not a lot of beavers in this area, if you know what I'm saying.
But
if you are picking up what
No,
it
I
is
don't
that
know
I
what
am
you're
putting
saying.
down.
Please elaborate.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, please elaborate.
Well, I thought we all knew what I was saying. 'Cause I don't know.
No, I'm telling you I don't, so please elaborate.
I don't
you
know.
want a creature, let Helly know.
Any case, it is time for you guys to continue your last day of travel on your way to Conberry.
I could have sworn you were gonna say our last day of life.
I mean, you're getting close.
Grandma's already got her coffin ready. She knows where she wants to be buried.
That's dark. That's dark.
So what order?
I work in life insurance. This is what they all talk about. Let me tell you.
So what's the order y'all are going in?
I'm still bringing up the rear. Things have been going better since I brought up the rear.
Yeah, I'm happy with where I'm standing.
Best in the back.
I'll be in
And
the
I'll
middle.
send my
if no one's in the
hawk
middle.
off to scout ahead again.
What was that, Soul?
I'll be in the middle if no one else was.
Okay, and Nessa, DSA, which one of you two is taking the lead?
I'll be in the front. If
I
that's
don't
okay.
take the lead. I'm following Grandma.
Okay, and after another day of travel, let me see if this is actually gonna work. Oh, that's not. Oh, let's try that, and then do.
We need Triumphant Horn on soundboard. Yeah, no, that's not quite what I was doing.
I know. That's just the only one I have access to in this one.
I'm not even
I
disappointed.
mean, I do have this one.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Giving you too much power.
Yeah, why did you give us this power, Helly?
Because I'm an agent of chaos at times.
No, I can respect that. As a true believer in chaos, I can respect that.
All right, so I do not have a board for Conberry, just because there wasn't one. So after another day of travel, you guys get to Conberry by about nightfall, and the forest grows dark and still as a trail winds deeper into the trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss stripe the branches, and the air is noticeably colder in the ruined village. Rounding a bend around a trail, you see a screen made of wrapped branches and trees standing close together, woven to almost a dome-like shelter in the shadows. A doorway leads inside.
Kelly, does this give me ghost vibes?
This does give you ghost vibes.
I won't even look at the house. I kind of stand to where I can keep an eye on the door. I plant my sword in the nearest tree, just kind of in like a root or something, and just stand there and watch. I stay at least 30 feet from the house at least, like if not a couple hundred. I'm not going in there.
Before we get even close to it, Grandma's gonna turn around. Alrighty, now, Agatha is a banshee. We do not want to scare her, and we do not want to come off aggressive. All right?
I don't do ghosts.
How you go about? Yeah. Anyway, this is a teaching moment. How you go about this can determine life or death. And I've given you lectures here before, but I won't go into a full lecture again. But we need to make sure that we are respectful and kind, and if you fuck it up, we all may die. Do we understand?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
That is exactly why I don't do ghosts.
Alrighty, now, this is your adventure that I am assisting you on. If y'all want to go up and try and get her attention, or I can go up, or we all can go up, other than Mr. Grumpy Pants over there who don't do ghosts. How do y'all want to go about it?
I'll stand watch. I'm not
Yeah.
comfortable dealing with this by myself. But I'll watch and learn.
Alrighty. Essence, Nessa, what do you want to do?
I'll wait until Nessa decides what she wants to do.
I will say, as a DM, just because it's been a while, dealing with this banshee is Belladonna's quest from the sister.
It is.
I was just gonna say Nessa's just gonna stare incredulously around at everyone, and you're like, you guys are really leaving the decision up to me?
I mean, that is a really bad idea. We know what happened last time. But it's up to you.
The drinking contest was a good idea.
And your grandfather almost died. And
Keep
maybe
hearing
still
about
died.
That was his own
drinking
fault.
contest that
It was
killed
his
him.
own fault. He didn't trust me. I can hold my liquor.
Is your
It wasn't
grandpa
the
okay?
liquor. Oh, we don't know, honey. We left him.
He's not actually my grandpa. He's actually not even that much older than I am. But
Anyway.
I
So,
am
but I have the gold comb and whatnot, but whatnot. And we're trying to get the spell book for Bojangles. So, I
Ma'am,
am.
Funny name.
Yes, honey.
I think the sister asked me to do this, but I'm not comfortable. If someone could come with me, I'll do it.
I'll go with you, honey. Or if you want somebody else to go with you, I bet one of these lovely ladies don't mind going with you.
I'll confront a ghost.
We're not confronting. We're going in respectfully.
I was gonna say, Essence can loop her arm under Bella's and says, "Let's go," and skips along.
Okay. Yeah, we'll head in to go. Do we know this banshee's name?
Agatha.
Agatha. Okay.
And Grandma will still be in the vicinity, so like if she comes out, she sees her, but she's also allowing them to experience life and adventure.
I'm gonna stay. After having specifically said I don't do ghosts, as I watch the two children run towards the house, I just go. You just hear me mumble into my helmet. fuck. And I'm going to stay 30 feet behind them the entire way. As I follow them, very clearly not wanting to do this.
You are like your character is very uncomfortable with the fact that the party is mostly children.
Yeah, basically, he sees the children walking away. He's like, "Ah,
Ah, fuck.
So I'm gonna.
Literally,
So
that is what he says is just, "Ah, fuck."
So we're heading. I'm gonna head up to the door of the building and just. Not Miss Agatha, are you here?
So, as you approach into the door, you notice that the home of sorts is sheltered with a dome of woven branches. It has a sparsely furnished with chest, shelves, and a table, and a reclined couch. Of it all, old and of elven craft.
Miss Agatha.
We found a Chase Lounge. Is that what you just said?
Just lounge. We're going to lounge on it.
Your home's very pretty. Are you here?
Right. The Chase Lounge.
As you go about and call, you feel the air grow cold, and a powerful feeling of dread grips you. A cold, pale light flickers in the air, rapidly taking the form of a female elf, her hair and robes weaving in a spectral wind. She might have been beautiful once, but hateful emotions twist her features now. And she... Foolish mortals, she snarls. What do you want here? Do you not know that you not know it is death to seek me out?
Are you Miss Agatha?
I am. What do you want?
The matron sent me. I think she was going to trade you for a spell book. We have a really pretty bauble for you. I
don't have any spell books.
Remind me what I'm supposed to be doing here. Grandma? I don't.
Honey.
My memory is not great.
Oh, it's all good. I'll help you, honey. No worries. Hello, Miss Agatha. I apologize for disturbing you, but we do have this. And she pulls out the gold comb with the gems on it. Go. The healer back in town wanted us to bring this to you and trade for the spell book for Bojangles.
I don't have any spell book for my Bojangles.
Did you at one point?
I'm not.
I'm not trying to offend. I promise. The bauble's for you no matter what.
And Grandma will hold it out to her.
Hey, the ghostly figure.
Standing in the back, just tapping on the, just tapping her fingers on the hilt of her sword. Like, how long is this gonna take?
Me, I have my sword. My sword is out, but I have it basically planted in the top of my boot, and I'm just watching like a sentinel from 30 feet away. Like, I swear to God, woman.
Seeing the comb, the ghostly figure smiles with cold amusement. Very well. I know many things. I don't know of the spell book of a Bojangles, but I know many things. Ask me one question and I will give you an answer.
Oh Lord.
Do you mind if we converse first so that we know what to ask?
Take your time. And she's going to take the comb and just seem to disappear for a moment.
I'm just gonna shout from behind. If it's a spell book, maybe it's in a tower or something.
Like the
She
fairy
might
tales.
Come from towers?
Wizards like I look over at Nessa. I'm like, wizards like towers. It's something I heard.
And Grandma
She
pulls
might
out
know
the
something
little,
about the lost mine.
Grandma pulls out her little notes. And she's like, yeah, she said a spell book for Bojangles. I don't know. That's what she said. Spell book for Bojangles.
Did we ever find out what the spell book was like? What it was for, or the name of it?
Ellie, can we get a history check here real quick?
Whoever wants, give me a history check with advantage, and I'll see what you guys can glean.
I only have. We probably
Don't
shouldn't
roll a
have
history.
Grandma.
I can't wait for you all just to have negatives in history.
I have a
I'm
0.
not gonna roll. I
Thank
wasn't
you.
there. I never heard this.
I got a
don't
+1.
I got a +1.
Well, at that point, Grandma might as well go for it. What?
I'm 14. I got a 14 on my history check. What do I remember?
Was that with advantage?
Yes, that was with advantage, yes.
And well, I'm trying to remember if you were actually there for that. I think you were. Yeah, you were there for that.
What?
The only one that wasn't there was
Essence.
Gotcha.
one. Well, no, the only one that wasn't there was the Goblin Slayer because he was off doing his own
I was
side
ripping
mission.
and tearing until the job was done. I finished it.
Technically,
So-
Essence wasn't there. She was cardboard.
Well, you were cardboard as a player, but your body was present. So
Can
with
we
a
all
fort.
roll?
That's why you're not all rolling. That's why I gave you That's why I gave the one who rolled with advantage.
Gotcha. Oh, keep in mind, I'm a newbie still. I was just getting clarification.
I understand,
Yeah,
and
there
that's
you
why I
go.
was like, and that's why I was explaining.
Thank you
Okay.
for explaining that we still love you, Ellie.
So-
You have to yell at me, Helly.
So with a 14, you remember that the sister was asking for a Bojangles and was asking for the location of a book.
Do you
Something
think I
about
remember this?
Bojangles.
That is what you remember. It was something about the location of a book and the name Bojangles.
Okay, I don't think it was Bojangles now that I'm thinking about it. I think it was Bojangles? And it was the location of the book. I don't think this lady actually has the book.
Well, I would assume as much because she said she didn't have it. And while most
She
people
might know
don't,
where it is.
right?
There you
so,
go, Helen.
The reason why we all got it wrong was because one's old, one's distracted with ADHD. I don't know about everyone else.
Also, who insisted on calling him Bojangles?
Me, because that's
The
what I wrote
grandma.
down because I didn't remember Bogentle, so I wrote
As
Bojangles.
you guys are having this conversation, I just reply with, wait, so his name wasn't Bojangles, and he wasn't just the most interesting man I've ever heard of?
I still like Bojangles better personally. If we meet him, we should get him to change his name. But that's not the point right now.
Wait, you can actually do that? I
One
that
is
was,
also a
illegal or
child. Like,
Great.
a child.
Alrighty, Bella, do you want to go ask her for the location?
Bojangles book, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Miss
Why is
Agatha?
that unfortunate, man?
Bojangles is such a better name.
As you call for Agatha, you feel the air grow cold once again as a pale figure appears before you. Yes, little one.
I love your entrances. They're so intense. So we remembered what the matron had asked us to actually talk to you about. Apparently there's a spell book for Bojangles that she thinks you would know where it is, and we were wondering if you knew. I got the name right?
Yes, she did.
honey.
Oh, that book. That book was given to a necromancer a few hundred years ago.
Is this necromancer still alive?
Probably.
That was your one question, dearie. Though,
It's not like him.
as a bonus, their name is Tirshnoth.
the fuck?
I got no idea who the fuck that is.
I will spell that for you because it is a very weirdly spelled name. It
I
is
just did
T.
Tierce Snow.
I will throw it into the chat because that's just gonna be the best place for it.
Also, I just heard Necromancer. Did you give us a location?
I did not give you a location. Though it is actually here. Because you did ask for location in the city of. Well, you know what? I will. Just to make this easier, I will paste the Xer in the chat, just because it's far easier.
In there.
Because these names are
Weird.
they are very D&D names. A necromancer named Tirshnath in the city of Irbor more than 100 years ago.
Thank you so much, Miss Agatha.
Thank you for the gift, dearie.
Miss Agatha, this is. Don't answer if it's rude or makes you uncomfortable, but what type of elf were you?
I was a high elf, dearie.
I've never met a high elf. They avoided us a lot, but you're really pretty.
Thank you, dearie.
You've been a lot of help, and I'm really thankful for it. And with that, she's gonna skip out and head back off to Slayer.
And Grandma will turn back and smile and wave at her, like just a thank you. Especially like a thank you for being kind and not killing us type of like thank you as we walk on.
Essence
Just
just
roll her eyes because she's upset that she didn't get to smack things with her sword.
Bella is fully unaware of how much danger she was. Like,
Oh,
this
if
is just a nice ghost lady.
Oh, if you guys went in not respectfully, there was gonna be a fight.
That's why Grandma was like, we gotta be respectful. Mainly because Grandma didn't want us to die today.
Send in the sweet, naive child. Sweet summer child, you do this.
Essence just kind of bows her head and backs away.
Alrighty, now on this way we were heading to go murder some orcs. Do y'all still want to go do that?
Yes, please.
I think Nessa's been wanting to hurt something, so yeah, we might want to.
Want to fight bad guys.
Not all orcs are bad guys. I met a very nice orcish fellow. What was it now? 30 somewhat? 30? And Grandma kind of sits there and she's like, shit. I wasn't young, but I wasn't old. I don't know. 30? 40 years ago? Somewhere in there. But if everybody's full, then Grandma will keep going in the direction of the orcs.
Out of character for the moment. Was this orc's name Zach the Promoter?
Shut up, Haley.
You know what? I'll say yes. Because Grandma used to be a roadie. It would only make sense.
Oh my god, you sexual business orc!
I have connected your other D&D campaign with this one. You are welcome. I love this fruit.
Okay, so I will say, after the remaining trip to from where you rested to get to Connerberry, it is approaching nighttime, and getting to Weyrentor is about another day's trip. So if you would like, you can take up refuge in Connerberry, which is this an abandoned town that's just been ransacked by barbarians.
Yeah. Probably isn't. I mean, it could be a bad idea, but it also may be a good idea. And Grandma's just kind of thinking, she goes, well, what do y'all want to do? And I know I'm asking y'all a lot what you want to do, but I'm taking what Matthias said to heart, and that I need to allow y'all to adventure. So if you want my input, I'll give it to you. But like, I'm allowing y'all to have your adventure.
Essence was looking at her rocks again and completely got distracted.
I'm back. I apologize. What did I miss?
I'm trying to figure out what everybody else wants to do.
Ness was just
Did
staying
we-
quiet
did
because
we
you all
find the
made
answer?
her make the decision last time.
Did we find out the answer?
Yes.
We're going to go kill stuff, apparently.
So you guys have found out.
Necromancer.
You guys have found where the book is, which is all that the sister was wanting. She just wanted that information.
Okay, cool.
So
we're
now-
You want us to go
right?
find the necromancer? We want to go find the necromancer.
I mean, you can attempt to, but I don't even know where that city is in the world.
I don't do go.
I feel like we have
We've
other things that
taken
we
years
need to
ago.
do. We've already done this.
So
I know, but it's a necromancer. Necromancer raises the dead, kind of does ghost things. Don't do ghosts.
Don't do ghosts, like don't do drugs.
So what I was telling DSA while you were away, X, and Soul was distracted, is the orcs that you guys want to go fight are in Wayne Rentor, which is about another day's trip south, and it's already near nighttime after the last day of travel.
Well,
So I stated that you guys, if you wanted to, set up shop in the ransacked city for the night, and then continue your journey in the next day.
Yeah, and
Conaberry.
Candleberry.
oh, cool. I mean, it's a ransacked city, so we could probably find a house to hang out
Yeah,
in.
you can
Are there any
you can at least
people?
find shelter. They had no people. It's just place was sacked by barbarians and now lies in ruins.
I'm gonna investigate these buildings just in case there's like something not fun in here.
All right, roll investigation.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not my strong suit at all, but
That strong
it's
suit.
still an 18.
You find that the buildings are ransacked and left to ruin, occasionally with some rats in them, but that's about it.
Ooh, I can make some rat stew.
Does it look like there's any good like
no more rats.
a couple wooden chairs I could pull apart to make into kindling for a fire?
I mean, you could rip off some boards of a building.
Did I not?
I rip the
see
side.
that?
I rip a couple slats off of one of the buildings and crack them into usable pieces for firewood, and go into whichever building is the largest that has a fire pit. Or
I
a
mean,
fire-
I imagine that there is just an abandoned inn in town.
Ooh, is there a stove in that inn? I mean, it would
Uh,
literally be nailed down, so probably not ransacked, right?
I mean, there's probably one there, but it probably doesn't look in the best of shape.
Okay.
And while we're following Slayer, Grandma goes, "Did I not season the rat stew well enough last time? Like, why don't you want it again?"
What rats do?
I try my best to season it because
As Vanessa just looks like she's about to hurl.
what?
Grandma?
Did it taste bad last time I made it? Did I not season it enough? Why didn't y'all tell me? You know that seasoning's like my #1 thing when it comes to food.
You put cinnamon in the rat stew.
It could be because you used rat. They don't have great meat. A better rodent are squirrels or bunnies.
Squirrels are delicious. Rabbit stew is really good. I've
I mean,
never
I don't
had
mind
rat.
doing that, but you know, you work with what we got. I mean, do y'all want to go get me some more squirrels and rabbits, and we can see what we
I
can
still
do?
got like a pound of this pork here that we could use too. Make like a pork and rat stew or pork and squirrel stew or something.
Yeah. If we
Ellie,
can find some veggies, some you usually can find like those onion tops and whatnot. You don't need like the actual onion, but if you find some, great. I think I got enough seasoning that we can
So-
try.
You talking
making
chives?
So Helly, I imagine there's some overgrown like gardens or something, right, Helly?
Roll me nature. We'll see. We'll see if the barbarians left the food, or if they raided this place like a Minecraft village.
Did they salt the earth? Did they Minecraft player it? Okay.
Did they leave the food and just go for the buildings, or did they Minecraft village this?
I would be
You
surprised
steal
if they
all
left
the
the.
food,
Oh, that's a
you
natural
steal
20.
all of their beds, and ransack all their chests.
That's a
Likely
natural
probably
20.
burning
Helly.
down
You
at
know,
least
get
one
some
house.
potatoes and some carrots and some onions. Those would be really
Yeah.
common around here.
Hey, you got some overgrowth, onions, potatoes.
There's no wait. We don't have a wait. One of us has a pot, right? One of us has a big pot.
I do. I have an iron pot.
I'm gonna like gesture to the pot that I see hanging off your backpack and be like, "Want to make some stew?" I have a whole bunch of carrots and onions and
The
cucumbers.
child is carrying an iron pot off of her backpack.
I am also carrying a shield that is almost as tall as I am, and my sword is taller than me.
What's your strength score?
What is your strength score?
My strength score? I didn't hear that question.
How
I
strong
go
of a woman you
14.
are. That's not bad. That's better than Nessa used to be.
Hey, I got stronger.
We aligned your chakras. We aligned your chakras.
We realigned her entire chakras.
Alrighty. Now, if somebody can go
Got
find,
stronger.
we can definitely make stew out of this. But I only got my rabbit and squirrel. I definitely throw that in. We have pork, but we're gonna need food later. So if y'all want to try and find us some more squirrels or rabbits or something, or there are rats. I know you don't like rats, but and Grandma's like, I still don't know why you didn't like it. But we can try coming up, and Grandma will pull out her rapier and start chopping vegetables.
Can I get my hawk to fly up on him,
I
or is
wanna-
that a next level up?
Un momento.
I would like to start looking for rabbits.
I'm gonna make salt pork stew. It's really simple. It's I put the pot over the fire. I get some of the fat. I cut some of the fat off of the back of the salt pork and put it into the pan. And then I cut up the onions and carrots, and I also would have grabbed potatoes and some whatever herbs or something that I could find out there that smelled good. That I knew was herbs, because I cook too. I'm not just a one-note murder killing man. I cook and I make things.
Grandma will
Oh,
make
you
it.
had a cat!
And I add the entire container of cream cheese into it, and it makes a creamy, salty pork.
Wait, why do you have
stew.
cream cheese?
You missed a lot while you were cardboard.
You missed the cream cheese.
You missed a lot while you were cardboard.
You also missed the cinnamon apples.
Uh-huh.
But
They were bringing cinnamon apples back again. Oh boy.
And you missed us playing catch, too. That was fun.
I threw an acorn into low orbit.
Yep.
It
Oh,
still
hi.
hasn't come down. It may not ever come down. It's just like that blender that's floating somewhere in the upper atmosphere of my world that may or may not come down at any moment.
I would love that somehow comes into the Star Wars campaign just out of nowhere, just out of stupidity.
It's velocity.
Okay, so who is going to be hunting animals?
I want to help
You
the
didn't
rabbits.
answer my question, Helly.
Sorry, there was about 4 conversations going on.
Sorry.
Is
What was your
Will-
question?
can I get my hawk to go hunt small game, or is that like a next level up in our bond?
I mean, you can have it go about and try to hunt it. If you guys are going to spend dedicated time to hunting, there are going to be a series of checks to complete, which if you want your hawk to hunt, it just needs to complete those same checks.
Yeah, I'll send my hawk off to hunt.
Okay, so Nessa's going out to hunt. The hawk is going out to hunt.
Grandma is helping Slayer cook. She's chopping up vegetables, pulling out her seasonings that she has.
This isn't like a high form cooking either. This is like home cooking. This is the stuff that puts meat on your bones.
Mm-hmm.
Essence will either
It is
help with
greasy,
fire.
It is rich. It is full of vegetables.
But honey, let's make sure that, because do you have extra of your preserving salt? Because I don't know if we're gonna need all the meat that they're hunting for, if they find some. That is.
I mean, we also just dress them and smoke them because this is like we could just smoke them in the chimney here.
Oh, that's a good idea, honey. Yes, let's go ahead. Yeah. And Grandma will pull out the one she pulled out earlier. She's like, we've cooked these. Let's use these in the stew, and then the fresh stuff will turn into like jerky and what. Sounds like a plan?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And Grandma will throw in the rabbit and the squirrel from earlier. The meat from it. And this is Cooking with Grandma and Slayer.
Okay,
It's the thing we
so
bond over.
we'll
No,
with our hunting groups.
Cooking with Grandma Sage, featuring the Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
He's a
So-
guest on your cooking show.
Daily,
Oh, you good cooking.
I need you to make me a survival wisdom check.
Oh, so you're saying? Oh, wait. You said survival, but survival's always already wisdom. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, I got a 13.
Okay.
1-3.
Unfortunately, with that, you did not find a creature. All right. That is your check. I'm running this off of a homebrew style system that I've found that I like the look of, and that's how I'm running it. All right, Valk, if you want to have your hawk make a survival check.
What is survival under?
Wisdom.
Cool. Ooh, that's a nat 20, so 23.
Okay.
It could find a deer. You could find a deer instead of like a bunch of small game.
It's a hawk. I'm not hunting, the hawk is.
Oh. Well, the
It could
hawk
be
can tell you they found it.
Nope, I'm not
Hey.
gonna say that. I'm not putting that in the universe. Ignore me.
There is a specific hunting style that uses birds of prey. It's not common anymore, but
Daily, please calm down with the soundboards.
I can stop. I just wanted the first part.
All right, now I need your hawk to make a stealth check.
Being sneaky up in here.
yeah. 23.
Okay, and lastly, I just need to check up one thing. And please have Hawk roll to hit.
Probably be a Talon's attack, right?
Yeah, Talon's attack, or just any type of attacks that it has. I don't know which ones it has offhand.
Be a
You could
15.
do, let's say, you could do your Talons or your Beak, but a 15 hits.
It's a +3 each.
Yeah. So, with that, and because I don't feel like having you do that the whole encounter 3 more times, you have been given... your hawk has gone about and killed and collected 3 rabbits.
I'm going to grab a piece of rope from my bag, trussel them up, and tie them to the back of my pack. And then head back to
Alrighty.
the group.
Anyway, to give you an idea of what you are hunting, because I rolled dice for these, you were hunting an elk.
Oh my!
I was
That's a big
looking
animal.
specifically for rabbits.
Well, to be fair, with your 13, you weren't gonna find rabbits either. But your roll was for an elk, which, to be fair, an elk would have given you a lot of food. Okay, so you have an extra 3 rabbits to chuck into your stew.
We're gonna turn that into jerky.
Right, whatever you want to do with it, you've got it.
I feel like now
That's
because
like 100 rations right there, and a single elk would be 100 days of rations.
Yes.
see now we're in
That's
cooking
raw.
and
We
now I
can-
want to
We
cook.
can totally
like, all
skin
the
that
time.
and turn it into jerky strips overnight.
Ooh, honey, what did you bring in? As Bella walks back in.
Did you say something to me?
Yes.
What did you say?
what all did you find, honey?
I found some rabbit.
Ooh, I
Okay.
like that.
My
Oh,
hawkish.
good in this too.
He's a really strong hunter. I'm really proud of him, and I'm just gonna like pet the head feathers of my bird.
Ooh, that's real nice. Do you want to try to skin it, or you want one of us to, just so we can get the most from it? Or how
I'll
do you
get it, no problem.
Awesome, honey. You go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna turn the meat, if it's okay with you, into jerky, just so it lasts a bit longer, because I think we have enough meat for the actual stew.
Yeah, we pretty normal from home.
Okay, perfect. Just let me
I
know.
like jerky.
We'll get that hung up.
I have
Yeah.
a special rub for my jerky. Didn't mean it like that.
Essence
I'm
sees
gonna-
the innuendos and just like shakes her head.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger, Helly, and start dressing these rabbits.
Alright. Make me a survival check. Or any... survival. A lot of your hunting stuff, a lot of animal handling stuff in that regard is going to be survival.
It's not gonna be animal handling. at
Well,
this point.
I was thinking nature, but survival's more...
I mean, it could be performance.
An
Technically.
18.
Alright, you go about and get... you get all the meat out of your 3 rabbits, and you get 3 hides.
I would say it would be a dexterity-based survival check. Because
Sleight
it's
of
more
hand.
about the dexterity of your hand and being able to cut it. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Well, it's also a matter of knowing how to do it.
At this point, fucking
But I also grew up in
right?
in the middle of the forest. This is how we got our meat. Like, I've been doing this my whole life.
It's great. It's fine.
I can see both arguments.
Grandma will hold her hand out for the meat if you're okay with it. 'Cause Grandma, you're still new to Grandma. Grandma, she wants you to call her Grandma or some type of it, but she also doesn't want to be pushy. So, if you'd like, I can go ahead and get it prepped for us to turn it into jerky. If you want to go relax and go play with your hawk some, because I think we got 20 more minutes on that stew.
I look at the stew. Yeah, about 15, 20, something like that.
So if you want
No
to
soup for you.
If you want to go play before the sun goes down, because I know it's already starting to go down and whatnot, but you want to go play for a bit?
All right, ma'am. She's gonna pass over the rabbits. I've been doing this for a while, so skinning animals doesn't bother me none.
At this point, I look up and I see Nessa walking in with her doe elk on her shoulders, and I'm just like,
No, she didn't.
No.
She didn't
Oh.
get. She didn't get the elk.
oh, she
I
didn't
didn't
get
catch
the elk.
anything.
Oh.
No.
I didn't catch anything.
She didn't. She did not meet the DC for tracking down said elk.
Well, that's rough, buddy.
DC. It was a
He-
fucking
Helly.
It was a DC 15.
Bella is gonna
No, it's not. That's not bad.
head over and
Let me move.
kind of pull out her sword and just do basic training movements with her weapon.
Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna pull out my sword and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna walk over and I'm like, you wanna spar?
I'd love to spar. Do we want to use our swords or big sticks?
I hear the word spar and immediately turn around. Did somebody say spar?
We're making soup right now. You can spar later. My small arms or tail can't reach up into the chimney. Once that, then I'll
I
watch
mean-
you.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. Grandma
I mean, I've
finishes
never-
cutting them up.
Never sparred with sticks before. Only ever used the swords, so.
Growing up
Spar
as
sticks,
kids,
that
we
sounds fun.
usually sparred with sticks so that we could actually hit each other with them without doing too much damage. Sparring with swords
Sounds like a
is
plan.
good just because you get used to, the weight and how it works, but you gotta be careful not to hurt people. Sparring with sticks, you don't.
Let's spar with sticks. I wanna look for a stick.
All right. I will say that you find two fairly straight and similar sized sticks.
Alright.
They're not perfect.
Sticks to Bella.
But they're close enough.
They're not perfect, but they're good enough for a sparring match.
Alright?
All right.
Bella's gonna bow. Like,
All right, ladies. Please roll for initiative.
Essence, where are you? Because Grandma's gonna try to
Oh
keep an
my
eye out
gosh,
for you.
it's
I
a
don't know where you
net
went.
20. At this point, I don't know where I went either.
17.
19. Huh? Wait, what? What did
I
you
got a
say?
17.
Oh, I got a 19 even with my -1 initiative, but it's a net 20.
Okay. So the combat system here is going to work a little bit differently than your normal. Rather than having your total hit pool, you're each going to have 5 hit points, and each hit is going to be just 1 damage to that pool. And you're using your standard AC as your armor class.
Cool.
So, Daily, please roll to hit.
I've got to remember what my standard AC is again.
It's
What is my
10
standard
plus your
AC?
dexterity.
Well,
And
no,
shouldn't
she's
that
got
be the
armor.
Shouldn't that be like the first thing that's on your?
Oh yeah. No. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're just saying we don't have to change our AC. Okay, that's what you're
Yeah.
Yeah,
saying.
you're not having to change your AC. Your AC remains the same, but you have 5 hit points for this encounter.
Why today I'm getting the lucky rolls? I just got a nat 20 again.
I assume that hits.
That does.
Okay, you are now at 4 HP. There, Valk. It is now your turn to roll to hit.
11.
Doesn't hit.
Your turn.
Mhm.
This is how this combat's gonna go. It's just back and forth. That's how.
Whack.
Welcome to sparring.
Quack, quack. I would have them do
That's a
contested
6.
rolls, honestly.
Does not
No.
hit.
Next time we'll do contested rolls because we already got the system going.
14.
More of a skill. This is more of a skill thing than it is a actual fight.
14. Daily.
14 does not hit.
Cool.
Are you adding your strength to that?
No, I did not. That would make that 16.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, so
I also rolled a 14.
Does not hit. Ooh, that's is 17.
Hits. That is a 19.
That hits. 15.
Does not hit. Oh, that was a nat 1.
Hey, okay, for a nat 1, you are losing a round in combat, so Valk gets 2 attacks in a row.
Oh shit.
You fumbled your weapon.
First one is a 18,
That's a hit.
and the second one is a 22.
It also hits.
Yep, nope, I'm out.
Thank you for this. That was fun.
The child has won the sparring match after the paladin dropped their stick.
Absolute class.
I watched this entire thing go on, and as each strike happened, I got less and less enthusiastic about this. I'm like, this doesn't look like a fight at all.
Well, because it's not a fight, it's training.
Yeah, but it. How does this train you? You want? Never
Because
mind.
Papa always said that when you practice the moves, that's how you know. Then you can use them in life. It's slow and steady. Slow and steady makes speed.
I'm so jealous that your dad taught you how to fight.
My
Your dad
dad,
doesn't even know how to fight.
You guys had a dad?
The Taylor.
my papa was a soldier. He always said that if I'm going to be a healer, I need to know what I'm healing from. So he taught me what he knew in the army.
That is so cool, dude. So cool.
Grandma's gonna come outside. Okay, y'all, time to wash your hands.
Wait,
It
Helly,
wasn't
what
bad,
was my
man.
background again, Helly? I don't remember what my background was.
Folk hero.
Folk hero, okay.
Both of us are folk heroes. For very different reasons.
I'm a folk hero because I'm the only one who survived. You're a folk hero because you're really special.
Yeah.
Just a plain old soldier who never saw battle.
Prodigy healer.
All right.
Hey, gamer, can we say that I found bowls within the inn, or do I need to roll for finding bowls?
Hey, you found some bowls. They're a little bit dented and not the best looking, but they're bowls. They
I
hold
would
fluid.
assume that we would
Are they
have
metal
bowls in our
bowls?
mess kit.
Or wood bowls?
I imagine they're like chipped, like they would be like chipped ceramic bowls.
This is
Yeah.
Grandma deciding if she's going to put it in her bag or not, like the old ladies who go to Chili's and then take the little metal dishes home with them. That's what Grandma's trying to
People
figure
do
out.
that?
Yes.
That is awful.
All the
I-
time. We use it. People use, when I worked at a pizza place, and people would steal our glasses. All the,
Yep.
not just customers, the staff did too. I'm pretty sure I walked home with some of our glasses.
I'm not going to lie, I'm one of those people. I take the things.
Especially
Well,
if they're
before-
blue.
Well, before we incriminate each other live on camera,
No one knows who I am in real life. It's okay.
No, note
Yeah,
to
this-
self,
none
start
of you did
stealing the cast iron pans from Outback Steakhouse.
Totally never have done that. Nope.
so you find some chipped ceramic bowls, and are able to go about and have your guys your late night meal, which I think puts us perfectly into intermission.
Yay, soup.
Alrighty. So-
Good soup. Good soup.
Are we no longer on
So-
camera?
You are still on camera at the moment. I did not. Well, while the party goes about and munches down on their soup, let us all take a moment to stretch, get up, and go use the restroom, get some food ourselves, and we will be
Hydrate.
back in 10 minutes.
Make up.
And we are back.
Back.
Back again.
Where
He's back.
Guess who's back?
Tell a
Back
friend.
again.
where our party has just gone about and completed their dinner of pork and rabbit stew.
It's quite
No, it's
delicious.
soup.
Nice and salty. Good soup.
Well, I think by definition it would actually be a stew, not a soup.
It's good soup.
If it's a liquid, it's a soup.
That's not how that works.
User
Ellie-
soup.
The liquid
Cereal is soup.
It's good soup.
Any
Put
case,
soda in a bowl, it's soup.
If you put anything liquid in a bowl, it's a soup. Cereal is a
Yes.
soup.
Yes, 100%. Spaghetti is
It-
soup. If you put enough tomato sauce in it.
Oatmeal is
Yep.
really thick soup.
she can just sit down there for a second. Any case, hey, you deserve that one and you know it.
No, I don't! That is a logical argument. Anyway.
So the party has had their late night meal, and it is now time to establish watch.
Grandma will take first watch because she's still trying to figure out what she wants to do with these.
I'll take first watch with Grandma.
Essence will do early in the morning.
So third watch.
Yeah, sure.
I'll do watch with Essence.
So you guys are leaving the child to handle second watch on their own.
Oh wait, no, maybe you should do watch with Bella then. Do watch with Bella then.
I'll take the second
It
watch.
didn't occur to
Never mind. I'll take second watch. I'll just do second watch. Fuck it.
Okay. So Grandma, and then Bella, and Slayer, and then Nessa and Essence.
I thought Bella was gonna go with Grandma because someone needs to be with the child.
I
Well,
don't care.
Bella was going to be second with you at that point.
Or I will be with the child. I love how Bella and I are the only two that are like we're sticking together somehow.
I don't know why Bella trusts you slightly more than Grandma, because Grandma, like, she can't get a read on Grandma. You're easier to get a read on.
Okay, fair enough.
It's rather
Fair to read. I
specific.
have a dark backstory and I kill goblins. That's all there is. And I cook and I make armor.
You remind her of, like, her older brother.
He's got older brother
Aw.
vibes. That is true.
Yeah, you got older brother vibes.
Heh, heh. Nope, that's from a conversation before stream. I will leave it there.
He's got senpai vibes.
No! No! The conversation ended.
That's why I said I'll leave it there.
About to get sent in the timeout again.
Hey, I'm okay. No,
Let me
I said I
remind you.
stopped.
Bella
I said
is a child.
I said about. I didn't say you were going to.
I didn't mean for Bella. I just meant in general. Anyway,
And-
Grandma is taking the first watch and is looking at the pelts, seeing how big they are, and seeing if she wants to take the fur off, if she wants to keep it on, whatnot. And she's just kind of playing with it and trying to imagine in her head how she wants to go about using them while she keeps an eye out.
Okay, roll perception. We'll see if you see anything go bump in the night.
The instant
that's a
something goes
19.
bump, I will bump back.
And with a 19, you see, you have gained reassurance that this place is a ghost town.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, I don't do ghosts, guys.
I was about to say, the Slayer wakes up in the night.
Wait, ghost?
Slayer wakes up in the middle of the night here. Ghost town?
What was that about ghosts? I don't do ghosts.
Oh, honey,
Anyone
you,
ghosts.
you're okay. Ghost town just means that there's nothing, like it's a dead town. You're good.
So there's no ghosts?
No, there's no ghosts.
Okay, fine.
And
Then I
Grandma
go
will
back.
start just she doesn't like go over to comfort him, but she just starts humming generally, just very like a light lullaby, just while she's looking at the pelts and everything. Exactly.
That sounds spooky.
Okay, so do you do anything with your pelts before? DSA, do you do anything with your pelts before your watch ends?
I think for now, Grandma's just gonna make another bag with them.
You have to tan them properly and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta tan the leather, which that's a
Like,
process.
Yeah, but that's like what she's decided to do with them. So she's just making sure that like all the meat's off and like that they'll be okay until she has time to go do something with them. Cause
So she's starting the process.
yeah.
You are
That's the
you are skinning the leather.
Yes, and like the fur she's gonna put off into something else and like make sure it's clean, and she's like, maybe like I'll just stuff it into another bag to make a pillow for somebody. But yeah, that's the process. She is heading in that direction.
Okay. Now
Is
coming
it-
up to...
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Exactly. Is it possible for Grandma to make like out of twigs, like to stretch the hide and everything, and like put it on her back while they're traveling to tan it, or not?
You wouldn't stretch it at this point. You would let it dry.
Yeah, and
And then
Yeah,
It-
you have to let it dry fully before you stretch leather.
Cool.
tanning and preparing leather is a long process that typically takes a while of soaking as well.
Months.
You would have to have the
You have to
skill
dry
let
it, or you gotta make sure that it's clean, then you gotta dry it completely, then you gotta soak it in a specific
Mixture.
mixture of ammonia, pretty much, for weeks at a time, and after that you have to dry it out, and as you dry it out you have to shave it so it has the right type of thing.
It's a process.
Tanning, it's a massive process.
Yeah.
I thought
I
about
have
doing
seen
it.
it before, but I wasn't sure D&D process of it. So, Grandma will she'll still create something for them to hang off like outside of her bag so it can like dry in the sun and all that jazz. But yeah, that's all Grandma's.
Gotta make some leather jerky.
Kind of.
Okay.
Oh, and she'll also check the jerky in the chimney as well. Make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to.
Jerky is still jerkying.
Fair enough.
It is now time to wake up the second watch.
Grandma wakes up the child and goes, "Time to wake up, honey."
Hi.
Hi, honey. Okay. Now wish me luck. Grandma takes a stick. She knows that he's gonna he may do something in the middle of sleep, so she just taking the extra precaution. She just takes a longer stick and kind of pokes at him from a distance to wake him up.
Sticks that we used for our duel.
Yeah,
earlier.
very gently, but also she is keeping her distance just in case.
I'm gonna throw an acorn at him.
Please roll to hit using dexterity as a modifier.
Who? Her? Did you throwing it?
Yep.
Gotcha.
That is a 15.
Hey, X, does a 15 hit?
He got disconnected for a second, so he may be trying to get everything back.
Yeah.
I don't think a 16 hits.
No, I think
I
his
think-
AC is 18.
Well, he takes his armor off when he goes to sleep, so...
True.
What's the AC of padded armor?
Which is a good question.
I'm looking it up. It has an AC of 11, so even if he has a dex of 2, that's only a 13. So your 15 to hit hits.
I thought he had a higher dex though.
I mean, it even I mean, 2 is typically high, and that's typically what armors max out at anyway, is a +2.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he has a dex build that would push him to a dex 3.
No, the man is punch. The man is not run, the man is punch. He's what you call the distraction.
Mm.
Since
Stop
And I'm the
Oh,
shield.
there he is.
going out on me. So
Does a 15 hit without your armor?
me without my armor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing the Gamberson, which is technically padded armor at this point.
So you it's 11 plus dex. Is your dex more than 4?
So 13. I have an armor class of 13 right now.
Cool.
Okay.
I threw an acorn at you to wake you up.
Are you hitting me or poking me? There's a difference.
No,
Grandma
I threw
is
something at
poking.
Grandma,
She threw an acorn at you.
I threw something at you.
I just let the acorn bounce off of me. I do not react.
Does it wake you up?
I do not react at all.
Oh, dang it. Well, if that and the stick didn't wake him up.
Can I go jump on
No,
him?
you throw an acorn at me, and then well, who did first? I need to know who did first because I
Grandma poked you with a stick first.
Okay, you poke me with the stick, it does nothing, and then you throw the acorn and I catch it, and I go, I've been awake the whole time.
Ever since he heard Ghost Town.
I heard Ghost Town, I've been awake.
It's time for our watch.
Okay.
I could have put the hawk on you. That would have been funny, though.
That would've been
I
hilarious.
do not want to kill your pet bird.
That's kind of why I didn't. I might do it to Nessa later, though.
Hey, who's to say I won't kill your bird?
You're asleep. Shh. Oh, okay. Well, y'all, if you need anything, just let me know. And there's no trees, so Grandma's just gonna find a comfy place in the corner and go to sleep.
I mean, you do have an abandoned inn to sleep in.
If there's a bed, Grandma is gonna go climb into a bed and enjoy a bed.
I mean, the bed's probably half on the ground, but it's a bed.
That's fine. Grandma puts on her bed or her bedroll still, and can make it cushy enough for her. That's fine.
Jerky's going pretty good at this point, as I look at the jerky and kind of poke at it a little bit. Looks good.
Probably be ready a little bit after morning.
Sounds good.
Alright, which one of you two wants to make the nightly perception check?
I made
She's
it
got
last
better
time, you-
perception than I do. I'm just here in case something goes wrong.
Okay. $17.
17. You notice that town still pretty abandoned.
There's nothing here.
We don't use the G word.
It's a ghost town.
There's nothing here. nothing.
I don't do ghosts.
I'm gonna take like a charcoal stick from the fire and just start drawing on the ground.
Now you're gonna play with your bird tonight?
I'm gonna watch her draw for a little bit. What are you drawing?
I'm drawing my bird. I like to draw plants and animals.
I just look over your shoulder as you draw for a bit. You're really good at this.
Thank you. There's not much to do in the village, so we make up our own games.
That sounds like fun. And I'm just gonna watch her. We're gonna keep a watch, but also I'm just gonna keep an eye on her at this point. I'm keeping her safe, not so much. I could get ambushed and I wouldn't give a shit, but I'm keeping her safe. She'll keep a watch. I'll keep her safe.
Now
I
I
may
feel
or may
like
not have
Belladonna's
gotten
been
attached to this
adopted.
child.
You have been adopted. You just haven't realized it until now.
I've been adopted by a murderer. Cool.
Multiple murderers, yes.
I'm not a murderer. I only kill goblins. Goblins aren't people.
That's still murder.
No, it's not. It's pest control. It's not murder.
Yes, it is.
You know, I will let you argue with your party on the ethics of if goblins are people.
Goblins are not people. They're monsters, which is worse.
So,
And I was gonna say this is X right about now.
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Wait, what?
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Apparently, they have a soundboard that's full of just heli quotes.
That would be daily.
That's Daly's soundboard. It's Helly and me. She got a
Like
couple out of
5
me
of
last
them.
night.
So, are you guys doing anything else on your watcher, or are you just watching over Bella as she draws?
It's just a watch at this point, just being quiet.
Alright, time to go wake up Essence and Nessa.
Can I go jump on Essence?
You can do this however you want.
I'm gonna go jump on Essence.
You jump on Essence as I just boot Nessa in the ribs.
X, please roll to hit.
Can I? I'm gonna say, can I use a reaction to punch him back?
You are.
I
asleep.
mean, you are asleep, but we'll let him see if we'll see if he flubs up his boot first.
I'm not even. This is literally just me booting her in the. I'm not gonna do damage. I'm just booting her.
You still gotta roll to hit though. So you gotta make sure you don't
She's not
flub it.
wearing any armor and she's asleep. Do I get advantage? Do I get to do a death saving throw instantly here? Am I critting on this? What
I'll give-
here? Is it combat?
I'll give you advantage.
Well, I don't need advantage because I just rolled an 18, but let's see if I natural 20 this. That's a 19 plus whatever the fuck plus 5.
A 19
So
by
24
default
to
are-
hit?
Okay,
I
so
very well plant the tip of my boot in between your third and fourth ribs as you are sleeping.
and like that, Nessa is now awake.
I want to punch him.
It's
Go
roll to
ahead, I'm
hit.
wearing full plate armor.
Wait, did you have time to put on your armor?
Yeah,
It's
only
a
like
several hour watch.
Yeah, it does not take long to put on and take off my armor as a heavy armor master.
Takes about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's easy sauce.
That's a 10.
Okay, you punch me directly in the metal cod piece.
Just hear a ding.
Did you right between the second and the third rib?
I mean, it woke you up very quickly, didn't it? Good to see your reflexes
Also,
are
like,
good.
shook my shoulders. Like,
Okay, I'll shake your shoulders next time. This is how I'm pretty sure this is how my old master used to wake me up every morning.
I have to remind myself, Grandma is sleeping and doesn't hear any of this.
Correct.
It's all a dream, guys.
Helly, do I leave a bruise on Nessa's ribs?
With an 18, with a 19, I would say a small bruise.
A 19 plus 5.
Yeah, you leave. It's not a large bruise, but it's definitely like you can see that there is a bruise.
It definitely hurt. This is what you get for making me roll, Helly.
Hey, you know we're funny people playing dice game. We gotta roll dice.
I'll roll damage. I will roll damage.
I mean, if you want to roll damage for waking her up.
I'm not gonna roll damage to wake her up, but I would. I just don't want to. Right?
All
I
right,
don't want to be on
and
Nessa's bad side any more than I already am.
all right, Bella, you are going to go jump onto Essence.
Essence, it's time to get up.
Essence just feels this weight just kind of fall on top of her, and she just kind of grabs a hold, goes to the side, and says, till sleep. Shh.
I'm gonna start tickling her.
I'm not ticklish.
Yeah, but something that, like, fingers digging into your sides and arms? Even if you're not ticklish, that's gonna be uncomfortable.
True. I'm like, shh.
No!
Just
Wake
throws
up!
the blanket over on top of Bella and's like, fine, I'm up.
Bella's gonna roll over and go to bed. Not even bothering with her own bell roll. She's just taking essences.
Essence just throws her hoodie over top, or her cloak, and just throws it over top and says, there, now you're nice and warm.
Oh, when did she grow up so fast?
I love how Essence like deadpans everything.
Night, Essence. Night, Slasher.
Flash.
I just lean up against a wall and grumble something under my breath. Like I take my armor off and everything, and like I kind of just like pile it underneath my back, and I just kind of like lean against the wall. So I'm like half sitting, half laying down, sleeping.
Before he completely falls asleep, Essence just goes and boops the nose and runs away.
I missed that. You're really quiet.
I boop your nose as I run away.
I mean, I'm wearing a helmet, so sure.
Somehow I'm still able to boop your nose.
She lifts up the top, sticks her hand in the front of your helmet to poop your nose.
I like to imagine
slams
she
it
just
down
boops
and
the
runs.
faceplate where my nose will be. Because if he tries to take off my helmet, I'm breaking fingers.
Not helmet, just the shade part, not the shade part. Whatever, just the
Visor.
visor. Thank you.
All right there, late birds. Let's get your nightly perception check in. Who's rolling it?
What's your perception, Nessa?
+1.
I'll go ahead and do it. I have a +4. 18.
Damn, that's good.
All right.
Grandma.
Do you see that the town is still empty?
I want to tell ghost stories.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
So is that how you're going to spend your watch, is just telling ghost stories to each other?
Yes, and I want to specifically move closer to Goblin Slayer while we do.
And as we're doing this, I'm whittling into tree, like, sticks and stuff. That is my new hobby.
You outgrown rocks already?
No, I still collect the rocks. It's just now I have something I can do at the same time.
Oh my gosh, you collect the rocks so you can stick them on the ends of sticks that you whittle, turn them into staffs.
Oh no,
Career plan for you.
the rocks are just for the shiny aspect. The sticks are just so that way I can create something.
Keep your hands busy.
Well,
Yes.
All right, let's have each of you roll a performance check on your ghost stories.
alright. That's
I-
14.
I got a 16.
So, each of you is a little bit better than average, with Essence just getting an extra little bit of flair.
I got
pull
the
my helmet
dramatics.
off, stuff 2 corks in my ear, one in each ear,
Okay,
and put my helmet
I
back.
can. just real quick pull up a horror story generator and I read the story for chat.
I don't do that.
You can-
Funny.
You can read the summary of one.
How
Well, no, this is a very short story. It's very short. Like, once
How
upon a
about
time in
after
an
the
actually
game,
haunted
because it is-
mansion, there was a spirit. The first line there.
about after the game? Because it's already 11, and this is about the time where we usually end it.
And we would probably got about another 15-ish minutes in, which I think will be just enough to get us into the next area and see what you guys want to do about it.
This horror story goes on about the Rodriguez family and how the spirit in their house keeps trying to kill them.
Fun.
So, after the ghost stories, it is time to wake up the rest of the group.
You just hear Grandma snoring.
So, Essence, Nessa, how you gonna be waking everybody up?
I'm going to look over it in essence and be like, you should jump on Goblin's lair.
Yes. My eyes just wide, like, you're right, this will be so fun.
In Grandma's sleep, she goes, "You better not." Fully
Do it,
asleep.
do it, do it.
Grandma,
go
you're
and jump
asleep.
on-
I know.
I jump on Goblin Slayer.
And I'm just gonna gently shake Bella's shoulder.
Helly,
Yes?
this is a small goblin-sized creature now jumping at me after I've done my watch.
How tall are you, Val?
I am
Or no, sorry, that's not Val. It would be Essence.
a medium size, but I'm the smallest of that size group.
So you are about 4 foot.
Yes.
So yes, this is a goblin-sized creature jumping at you in your sleep.
Swords coming out.
Are you going to blindly swing?
Yeah, this is full on. I'm swinging.
All right.
Jumped on me in the middle of the night after I've already been asleep, after I've already done my watch, and I shouldn't be bothered. Not someone like shaking me awake or like poking me awake, or, like stabbing me with a stick or bothering me. No, it's someone jumping on me. This is an attack.
Okay, roll to hit Essence.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
Okay,
What are
roll
these
double
rolls?
roll double damage, sir.
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
I
What does
love
Grandma
that.
need to roll to wake up?
This is a D8. I'm not sorry for this. Actually, no, I'm not. I wouldn't do it two-handed. This would be just a one-handed attack as I
Yeah,
draw my
this-
sword and swing at it.
Yeah, this is a one-hand attack, and that's just a flail.
Well, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 6. So 6 times 2 plus 3. So 6 times 2 plus 3.
15 damage to Essence.
15 points of damage as I swing and just go, get the fuck away from me, Goblin! And then as soon as I
calling a child a goblin.
I see that I hit you, I'm going to drop my sword.
I just get flown back into like a tree or something like that, and I'm just like, ow.
Well, I imagine you guys are all sleeping in the inn.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
in the
then I'm going against a wall.
At
Yes.
this
We
point,
definitely just broke a table.
Belladona's just gonna grab her bag, pass by Slayer, and just pat his shoulder, and then go over to Essence and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Just so you guys know, I had 5 HP left after that.
Is that a loud
You're
enough
lucky I
noise
wasn't
that
real-
Grandma wakes
you're-
up?
So lucky I didn't roll higher than that. I could have
Roll.
one-shot you.
Roll perception.
Oh, we're gonna use the big dice.
Alright. Shall I just roll for that Cure Wounds, Ellie?
Chonky dice.
Roll for cure wounds.
You've been
13.
chonky dice.
13 is you're sleeping through it.
Holy shnikes, okay.
You're a grandma.
I know.
That
But I
is
was thinking grandchild getting hurt. Since
that is 13 points of damage. Alright, 13
Points of healing.
I'm back up to 18.
You are now 2 below max.
Alright,
I just go up.
Bella's gonna go back to Slayer and just like sit down next to him. You okay? That was a
At
big
this
reaction.
point, Slayer just picks up his sword, sheathes it, puts his armor on, picks up all his stuff, and leaves.
Doesn't even check on Essence.
The man's ashamed of what he's done.
Dude's gone. If no one stops him, he's gone. He's walking away.
Essence goes back to him as he's walking out and it's just like, it's fine. Don't worry. I had I knew what was going to happen. I'm fine with it. And just
He
like
just
pats him on the
looks at
back
you
like
for a
it's
couple of
okay.
minutes, and
She has
says,
this big grin.
he just kind of looks at her through the faceplate, and then he just says, "Don't ever do that again, because next time you could die."
I'll just be faster next time.
That's my girl.
Yeah, he's gonna walk away.
It
He's
continues
gonna go find
to.
another house to sleep in. He's not sleeping with these folks anymore.
Can
Well,
I go get-
it's morning, sir. It is.
it's
He's no
morning?
longer.
Oh, it's morning
Yes,
time?
that's
They
why
were
they're-
waking up in the morning? Yeah, no,
Yes.
I'm walking out. I'm leaving. I'm not even having breakfast. I'm done. I'm gonna go find these fucking bandits and kill them.
I'm gonna go follow him.
They can catch up with me or not. I don't care anymore. That is not how you wake a man up.
Can I run after him and catch up?
You can run after him.
Grandma's just still sleeping.
Grandma is still sleeping.
I wanna just kind of nudge at Grandma with my foot, like and.
Do I need to roll again for this one?
No, you are being woken up for this.
Cool. Great.
Again, listening to something to wake you up is different than somebody actively trying to wake you up.
I know. I remember the first day we did it, though. They had to roll because Grandma was hard sleeping.
That was flavor text.
You were also wanting to be the one to continue sleeping. At this point, you're wanting to get up.
Yeah. Huh? Hi. Good morning.
So yeah, Goblin Slayer is walking off. The healer went after him.
What did y'all do? And Grandma was like slowly getting up, but she's like, I'm still waking up. What did you do?
Essence is grabbing the jerky and says, I did nothing.
Y'all
There is
liars.
a giant slash in her chest with blood still drying on her armor.
Grandma takes a look, kind of goes back, and then doubles back again. You better tell me the truth before I start swearing at you. I swear. I will give you to the count of 3. 1, 2.
And before you get to 3, she's like, well, Nessa told me to go and jump on Goblin Slayer. So I did. For the fun of it.
Grandma
And then-
takes her staff and
Yeah.
hits Nessa in the back of the head, and then hits Essence in the back of the head.
Please roll to hit. Please roll for each of those hits.
Nessa is a nat 20.
Oh, God.
Good. Give her a concussion. She
Remember,
deserves it.
I am not here anymore. I follow
Nope.
Slayer.
Yep. I am well aware.
Oh, I remember Nessa.
Essence is a 9. So that's just not.
I just rubbed my head saying, ow. I deserve that.
Grandma will start going out. Slayer, hang on, please. Give me just
Please.
a minute. She is screaming into the forest. Like, just 5 minutes, please. I just woke up, and goes back inside.
I stopped just out of sight, like just around a bend in the trees, so I'm far enough that they can't see me, but I still they can catch up.
Cool. Grandma collects all her stuff, and she turns around and points her staff at Essence and then Nessa. Y'all have disappointed me today. And just turns around and walks out the door.
When I'm gonna catch up with Goblins. You okay? That wasn't very nice of them.
I'm just like, he's like standing there with his hand just gripped on his sword in its sheath, and he's gripping his shield real hard, and he's just staring into the distance.
Can I give you a hug? You look like you need one.
He just very slowly nods.
And Bella is gonna go give him a hug. And like kind of awkwardly, because she's far shorter than he is.
And he is, by the way, he doesn't know how to do hugs. He's only ever been given hugs. He's never given a hug. So he's like, you wrapped your arms around him, and he's just kind of like standing there shaking a little bit, but that's about all you get from him.
Yeah, she doesn't like him. She's just gonna hug him tight, because he's shaking.
Soon Grandma catches up. Slayer, I'm so sorry. I apologize. It is my fault for not teaching them better, and I take full responsibility. Whatever you see fit as payment, I will take care of. I am so sorry.
I
Wow,
just
this-
imagine that Essence and Nessa are like in the trailing behind pretty far.
Oh, I was about to ask if the other.
Like,
I was about to ask if the other two were following.
Essence
When
had
Graham-
already. Sorry. Essence grabbed the jerky and stuff really fast while they followed out, and while we're following out, I look towards Ness and I'm like, they forget I'm the Chaos Child.
When,
also, he deserved it. Honestly,
When
after giving
Grandma-
me this fucking bruise here.
when Grandma shows up, Bella's gonna kind of let go of the hug, but still just kind of lean her head on Slayer. She's like, okay, this one needs like physical contact right now. That's all I know how to do in this situation. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna like cuddle up next to him because it's fun.
Grandma is full on like bowing in respect and is extremely apologetic because she has raised them and taught them. And like she really meant it. She was like, I am disappointed. And it was not the funny haha, like you could tell Grandma was mad. Not only was this the way she woke up, but what they did, she is beyond pissed off at this moment.
He just shakes his head and just waits for the others to catch up.
And Grandma she is just still there holding a bow. Because she is just so ashamed right now.
Actively ignoring you.
That's fine.
This is how he handles this sort of thing. Active silence. He's done.
The silent rage is the one that you need to be cautious of.
Does he even know what to do with Bella at this point?
No, he doesn't understand any of this. He usually works alone.
She is also chaos, just a different form of
This
chaos.
entire crew is chaos.
This is true. When they walk up, Grandma is going to give you both the side eye to bow and apologize as well. And I'll roll intimidation if I need to for that.
Essence comes up and goes to Goblin Slayer and she's like, I'm sorry for how I woke you up. It was all in fun. I will not do it again. I deeply apologize. And then she goes and stands in the back of the group and just kind of fiddles with the whittling of the sticks and stuff.
As you kind of come up, he just kind of looks at you, reaches out, grabs you by the shoulder, and just like starts examining your wound real quick. He looks you over and goes, and just looks at you and says, "Be careful with people who have seen a lot of violence." And he just kind of stands up and says, "It's not your fault, but don't ever do it again." And just starts walking in the direction that they need to go.
Grandma will follow, but she is going to be in the back of the group with Essence, walking. And she's not fully bowed because she can't bow and walk, but she still has her head down, like she is. She's pissed. She's upset.
She's reading the
And
sidewalk.
she's disappointed. Yes, I. Instead of reading the tea leaves, I'm reading the sidewalk. But yeah,
That's
no,
what my grandma
is...
always calls it, reading the sidewalk.
Bella's just a quiet companion.
Essence is going to apologize to Grandma and give her the bag of rocks that she has, and is like, if you must punish me, you may take my shinies.
And Grandma will take it and put it in her bag. We'll take all of the shinies and put them in her bag. And she looks at Nessence.
Nessence!
Nessence.
Yes.
She looks at Nessence.
That is not a ship name I needed at this point.
And Grandma looks at Nessence
Chaos.
and goes, "You owe him an
Chaos.
apology as well." And I am severely upset at you as well. You are an adult. You know better. Now get walking.
I think we've made this slate even. And she's just gonna continue walking ahead of Grandma.
If you do not apologize, I will beat you again. And
But
I
you
will
still need
beat
to roll
you
for
again.
damage for that bonk.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. What is my staff? What, a D4?
I think his staff's a D6.
Okay.
Let me double check here real quick. It is, yes, it is a D6 bludgeoning. We'll see if Nesta
And
gets a concussion.
What was Nessa within 5 feet of an ally?
She's not
Please,
being
I have-
harried by anyone, so no, you do not get snake attack or
I don't-
advantage.
I rolled the dice twice, right?
It,
Um,
roll dice twice or double one of them.
I'll double it. The first one was a 5.
So that is 10 points of
Yeah, that's a
damage plus your melee modifier. Which since this is not a this is only a versatile weapon, so it's to be your strength mod.
It's a -1.
So 9 damage.
Yeah, that hurt a little.
Staffs are not finesse.
I hear the crack of the staff against Nessa's head, and I stop.
Wait, no, this happened
stare.
earlier. This
Yeah, that
happened
was earlier.
This happened earlier.
You may see the bump on her head from Grandma smacking her. And
Okay.
Grandma will take her staff and just tap where she hit you when she's saying, "I will hit you again if you do not apologize."
I just believe that he should apologize first.
He
I
already
did apologize.
did.
You don't know that, Grandma.
You said it's all right. No wait, I thought you said it's sorry again. Maybe not.
You were asleep when he first apologized for waking her up how he did.
I thought he apologized. Never
I
mind.
just find this is getting even.
This is not how I raised
We
you.
played this lane. You also did not raise me an hand.
I trained you. I've raised you enough.
I came to you
hang on.
as a 22-year-old. You
Okay,
did
I-
not.
I love the
I
idea
am
of
gonna
Nessa
roll-
just going, I've known you for like a month.
I'm gonna roll a dice and see if I'm going to say something I regret or not. If it's an odd, it's going to be something Grandma's gonna regret later.
Please don't regret this.
Okay, it's a 4. Grandma's gonna keep her mouth shut.
She's learning. I'm proud of her.
Alright, and as you guys continue your adventure, you are brought to a new land. Which, X, you are not streaming anymore, by the way.
No, I'm not. I also think I'm running out of steam for today.
Well, don't wait. I'm going to let you guys see the new area, and then that's likely where we're going to call it for the day.
I'll just hop into stream.
Nah, that's fine.
It's loading. Give it a minute.
No, I've got another ad.
But to give some flavor, as you guys are continuing on your journey towards Wyron Tor, you stumble across. You crest a low ridge, spying the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower, standing amongst the rugged hills. This place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble enclosing courtyards of sorts. Adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower, a colorful tent set up in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight.
More seconds on my ad, and then I can see.
I have been ad free for 22 months. I
Lucky
love
you.
feeling 22.
Ooh, I like this map.
The benefits of subscribing, people. You don't have Prime sub that you have if you have Subprime.
Well, I hate call players to this board, but you weren't in at the time. Let's try that again.
Oh, this is gonna be fun and terrifying.
Oh look, it's a wizard tower. Nothing bad can happen in a wizard tower.
Nope.
Totally.
Wizard tower with orcs. Fun.
And a bunch of graves. Didn't you say something about a necromancer earlier? All those graves are open. I don't like this place. This smells like ghost activity. I don't do ghosts.
Spooky, scary skeleton and shiver down the spine.
Also, if you want to try moving each of the characters here, I believe I've given you rights to all of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wait, was that a cricket from the game? From
No. That is me. That is DSA reminding me that I need to disable the soundboard. But so
We're not doing no more.
the stream is not over yet, miss. As I was about to say, this is not Wayne Rentor. You have not yet made it there.
Oh.
But you have stumbled across the structure in your travels there.
Don't like it.
Wizard tower.
No.
Is that a fairy circle back there? Holy shit.
But I will leave this in the thoughts of our players and our audience here today to let them decide what they feel as if they should do with this lands. So, with that, I bear you all a fine farewell, and we hope to see you again next week for some more Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Peace.
So
Goodbye,
far, it's just
everybody.
Walking and walking.